Birmingham. We're at Innovation Depot. Coming to do like 10, 15 podcasts today. This is our first, so it's going to be the best one, I think.
Obviously.
Yeah. Tell me about your business. How did you start it? What was the idea? I love that. It says, what problem led you to your idea? It's a good question.
Yeah, so I am from the nonprofit world, have had over a decade of experience in nonprofits. I also lived in D.C. for about 7 years and was up there kind of in 2016 at the height of kind of political and news overload, just everything coming at you at all times. And for me, it was that story that came out in the news when children were separated from their families at the border. It was the first time I had watched the news and thought, like, I don't know how to help at all. Normally, I'll see something and think, there's a nonprofit I can donate to, I can sign this petition, I can volunteer, but it was...
This is when they were splitting families up at the border, right?
Yeah.
The big news back then,
yeah,
for sure.
And that was the first one I watched where I thought, I literally don't know what nonprofit supports this, I don't know how to get involved. And
sure.
I've just always had that angle of, if there's something that I see that I want to help fix, I'll try to do, something. So I spent a lot of time researching what nonprofits were helping down there, which ones were local to Texas, which ones were also valid 501c3s.
Sure.
Weren't just like random GoFundMes that you don't really know where the money went.
No, not at all, yeah.
I thought there's got to be a better way to connect news to valid nonprofits, and thought surely there was something out there. But having been in that industry for so long and some quick research, realized there was nothing that automated the process.
Sure.
So now Fundrage does that.
Okay.
So we are currently a Chrome extension. We have an app in development, but with the Chrome extension, it's a free plugin, and it will sit as a small icon at the top of any national news site. So the icon won't be there on your LinkedIn page or your email, but anytime you're reading the national news, the icon will sit at the top of the page, and if you click on it, we'll suggest nonprofits for you to support.
Multiple nonprofits. Based on the news that you're watching.
Based on that article that you're reading.
Yeah.
They were all 501c3 vetted nonprofits, so we will only suggest nonprofits that are rated 4 stars and above on Charity Navigator.
Cool.
So that you know that where your money is going is a legit vetted nonprofit.
So say I'm watching the news and I'm looking up and there's a homeless problem in Sacramento, which I think there is. It's like a huge tent city type thing in Sacramento. And I go, okay, cool. I want to help the homeless people in Sacramento. What pops up?
So right now, if you're reading the news online, the icon's going to be there. You can click it. We're going to suggest homeless nonprofits that say they help people who are homeless. We have a state feature that we just rolled out, so you can type in California.
Yep.
And it will give you nonprofits that are just in that state.
Cool.
And then if you don't see one, if there's not one on Charity Navigator, since not all nonprofits use Charity Navigator or try to get that seal of approval, actually today we just launched the ability to suggest nonprofits that can be on the platform. They still have to meet all those requirements of Charity Navigator.
Sure.
But we do their own vetting.
So
ourselves.
if I'm a 501c and I want to get on Fundrage, what's the vetting process for my 501c to do that?
Yeah, so right now there's a landing page on our website. You can type in the information. We're going to ask you to verify your C3 number, your tax ID number. We're going to ask you to verify that you have a board of directors and a mission statement in your website. And then we'll take that information, go back and run it through the government channels, make sure the C3 is valid and you're in good standing, and then we'll add you to the platform.
Cool. How long has it been live?
Since October of last year, so not even a full year yet. We launched the beta in October and then have been slowly rolling out features over time. So still new, and then the app should be here in the next month.
And how many nonprofits right now are linked to Fundrage?
About 3,400.
Cool.
Just U.S.-based nonprofits at this point. Some of them are international nonprofits, but it's ones that are headquartered in the U.S.
So if I'm you're the CEO, you're the founder, you're trying to push it. What do you need from the community now? What's gonna take you to the next step?
To download the free extension. It's all I'm asking people to do is download something that's already free to use the platform.
So you need the consumers to actually give to the charity of their choice.
Yep.
You don't need more charities. You need the people to know how to give.
Yep.
Right. Well, what makes it different from then? You see all the Facebook ads that are like, hey, give to me. You send out what am I talking about?
like birthday fundraisers
Yes,
and all
yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, what makes you different from that?
So we connect you directly to a C3 nonprofit
Mm-hmm.
right in the moment that you're feeling some sort of frustration about the news
Yep.
on the article that you're reading. So you don't have to leave the news article to make a difference or make a donation. And a lot of times by the time you leave the article and you've researched how to give or something, the feeling may have left you. So
Sure.
we're the only
It's fresh.
Yeah, we're the only people that connect you right on the page. You can literally donate money and then continue reading the article without ever having left your news site. So you feel a little better when you're reading. We can't change the news, but we can make you feel a little better while you're reading it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What is something what is the one thing that you've learned in the year and a half that you've launched that you could teach some entrepreneurs out there that don't know what you've already been through?
I think the hardest part for me has been the slowing down process. I think myself as an entrepreneur, and probably most of us are hustlers, we want everything done immediately.
Of course.
And I came into this not knowing anything about technology or building a tech company. I'm a nonprofit person, and fundraising, marketing, the tech side has been hard for me. So slowing down and making sure I walk through the correct process has been something that I'm trying to focus on more now before we roll out the app. But I think it's taking all of the suggestions and feedback people give you, listening to it, and then just going with your gut at the end of the day is some of the hardest things to do, because people are going to recommend every way that you can take your business.
100%.
I've heard
they have a lot of opinions out there, right?
Yes, I've heard people say do A, B, and C, and people have said if you do A, B, and C, you'll fail. So you've got to, at the end of the day, take all that knowledge of people who are smarter than you, and then you've got to just go with your gut.
Yeah, for sure. No, I
It's a great business practice, I guess. But
well, no, I think it's good. I mean, I tell these guys to be ready to screw up.
Yeah.
Right?
Get real used to failure.
Yeah, I mean, look, many failures are great. They're great learning experiences. That's I mean, number one, I tell tech people, like, the money that you're going to raise is expensive. So get your base of business before you take money, because young millennial tech people, they celebrate raising, fundraising, and there is something to be celebrated about it. Don't get me wrong, but that money is not. It's not free. No.
Especially now as we head into a potential recession. VCs are also pulling in money. It's not as much of a giveaway as it used to seem, and there's a lot you can do without having funding.
There is,
if you are smart with grants and taking risks on yourself and talking to friends and family. So
sure. If you could meet one person that would help your business, who would that person be? And it could be a vertical of people, and why would they help your business?
So yesterday, I finished reading Shoe Dog by Phil Knight.
Okay.
And so that's fresh on my mind. I know I'm late to the game on this book.
Sure.
It's been out for a while. But reading about
I've never read it. I know who Phil Knight is. Nike, Oregon.
It's a great story about how he basically faked it till he made it. And I feel like that's what a lot of us are doing. So I think talking to him about how he built his core team as a solo entrepreneur, I'm looking to build out kind of the people who are going to be in this with me going forward. So his founding team, based on his book, was critical to his success. So it'd be interesting to talk about how he vetted people, how he brought them on board.
Cool. Maria, thank you for coming.
This
was awesome. Oh, no, I came to you.
You did? Yeah, thanks for coming to me. I appreciate that.
See, Bailey got to fix all this stuff up. It's been great. Look, you're going to come to Lunch and Learn, right?
Yeah.
Like, no,
I am. I love lunch.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. I look forward to seeing Fundrage get huge, and I'll look to see it on icons that I'm reading. Things good. Yeah. It pops up. So thank you so much.
We have a lunch party. We'll invite you for the fundraiser that we're gonna throw.
There you go. I'll come back. It's only 2 hours from Atlanta, so we're good.
Perfect.
It's not that far. See you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys be kind to each other out there.